There you go. That's what my gift would look like if I was a gift. Let's play that again and again and again. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Fan Doosra. My name is Tommy Sandhu, and this is Fan Doosra, brought to you by the Bharat Army, of course, and Rario.com. Look at that. We are live. We are live. All as my notification just goes up. It came on my phone on Facebook. Bharat Army is now live on Facebook. Yes, we are live. Hello, Facebook people. And I'll put this on silent because didn't do that already. And welcome to everybody watching wherever you are, Instagram, Facebook. Get your comments in right now. Even if you're just saying hello, even if you just flicked on and go, hey, let me see if I get my name mentioned on the show. You can. Get your name mentioned, be a part of the family. This is what we're all about, is celebrating Team India, but more importantly, celebrating the IPL, celebrating this great league of ours with all the different players that make up Team India, all the game that's going on in India at the moment. And just before we get into today's tamasha and today's action, yesterday was a nice sort of double header. Can I just say, Gujarat Titans are looking pretty fierce. What do we reckon?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ronak.
I mean, Hardik Pandya, especially him as captain, was really breathtaking. Especially how he went all out in 18th and 17th over with Lockie Ferguson and Mohammad Shami. He didn't think who will bowl the 19th and 20th over. He just went all out. I have to get Roman Powell out, no matter what. So his brain said that I will go all out, be fierce, and complete the push the paddle right and there, and that shows that he is ready for being a captaincy material, as we can say. He is ready for being that.
Look at that. See, I told you this show, despite the fighting talk, despite the rivalry, it's all love. Look at that. From a CSK fan saying Pandya is showing great captaincy material. But today, Varun has very rightly pointed out. Varun, thank you for your message on Facebook. Says, it's the Super Kings versus the Kings. Bart Sharma, hello. Both the teams are coming off from losses, so it will be interesting to see which team has more hunger to win today. Listen, it's Sunday. We're always hungry on a Sunday. Who's had my Punjabi boys, have they had their parathe yet? Have you had your parathe? Are you nicely lined up? Sunday parathe?
We have had our rasam.
Yes. You've had what have you had, Ronak?
Rasam.
Rasam? You've had his rasam, right?
You brought parathes, right? Yeah. I mean, whenever you're facing a side like CSK, you're supposed to be energetic enough for the match day. Yeah. So we've had our parathes on our end, and we are quite confident to be beating Chennai tonight.
Okay, confidence is that. I don't know about you. After I have a couple of parathe, I can't do anything. I'm like, I don't know what's worse, parathe or like whiskey. Like, leave me a little bit like my powers are draining. It's like a superhero. We're like kryptonite around Superman. Punjabi Patiala Peg versus the South Indian Idli Vada, says Nikhil. Yeah, that's the force. That's that play. Okay, talking about those losses though, let's break this down. CSK actually making history here. CSK have never lost their opening 2 games in the IPL ever. Sorry, I'm not rubbing it in. I'm just saying it's the worst start that they've ever had. But this is a side that's very much used to winning. Ankit, what's going on? Are you concerned?
Well, yeah, I think it was a bit surprised. I mean, losing 2 matches, and I think something is the thing. What makes me surprised more is after 14 years, we got a chance to say this is a surprise that CSK has lost the first 2 matches. But yeah, again, we need to bounce back because this is a tournament where you can't repeat mistakes, and maybe hopefully what happened last time, and we are playing in the same ground. So we need to be assured that we can be a better as an unit, because I think there's not much time. And looking at the franchises, the way they have been playing, many of all the teams apart from CSK and MI have got off to the mark. So I think it's very important. Of course, we can say that slow start and all, but after at certain extent we want to win matches, and this is a good time playing against Punjab. I mean, even they couldn't win the last match, so playing against a team who hasn't won the last match, and even we have lost 2 matches. So I think it's a good time to refill back the things in our favor and win the match and get off to the mark.
Yeah, actually, now that you say that, it's kind of a bit of inconsistency and a desire to win for different kind of reasons. You've got Punjab had a brilliant first game, got whooped by KKR, right? So brilliant against RCB, whooped by KKR. I thought, oh, that wobbles you. And you guys not having the best of start in 2 games wobbles you, but you've had all that history, CSK, of the wins under your belt. So everybody just looking to settle down. It's like trying to find their rhythm. Clinton, what are your concerns going into today?
Tommy, the bowling has always been a concern for us. I mean, we're not able to identify our main go-to bowlers, and Odin Smith's runs giveaway has been a major concern for us in both the games. He was the man of the match in the first game, but didn't really do well in the second game. So, and Raj Baba has not been bowled as yet. I mean, it defies all the possible logic as to why a person like Raj Baba hasn't been given the ball when he's in the team as a bowling all rounder. So yeah, a lot of questions. And yes, Rahul Chahar has been brilliant in both the matches, and I really hope he continues to do well and lead the spin attack. But the fast bowling and the death bowling has been a major concern for us. And the batting is it's not really much of a concern because every team is allowed to have one or two batting collapses, and I'm really glad that Punjab had that batting collapse in the second game itself, and it gives them a chance to address issues and take necessary measures going forward.
No, okay, he's got to address some bowling issues. Then that's what Clinton's saying. Ronak, actually, I'm going to throw this question from Varun your way. I was going to ask something similar, but Varun saying to you, Ronak, now, what's wrong right now? Is it Jadeja's captaincy or CSK's bowling? What's going on? I see, because actually, what you did was you were like that kind of jealous man in a relationship where you're eyeing up someone else's captain, where you were checking out Pandya yesterday and kind of going, oh, maybe I wish Shad Jai, if I could have a captain like that one day, maybe I could feel that love as well. Is that what it is? Are you feeling a bit of captaincy jealousy?
Nothing sort of that, because in the earlier days, even we saw with Virat Kohli and even Rohit Sharma, they were captained by MS Dhoni. MS Dhoni was there while they were captaining. So I'm sure Jadeja will be groomed in such similar ways where he will get the chances to show his caliber, because MS Dhoni doesn't steps in between, but he is always there to guide. So I believe that is sorted. Captaincy part is not the strongest, concerns of as of now. Bowling, yes, we do have some concerns because we are laid down to Dwayne Bravo to sort all the bowling concerns when it goes to fast bowling. So I believe that is the area where we'll have to look and somehow bring in either Adam Milne or Chris Jordan to the mix, so where we can have some firepower as well. Because in the last match as well, we lacked that sort of firepower where we can say that we had some bowlers who can restrict. After scoring 210, though those runs were a bit on the par side, but after scoring 210 and losing comfortably, it was a bit of shocker because our bowling should have done that, and fast bowling especially, because in these conditions we have seen that fast bowlers have been performing really well, and in the whole season last till now, like 7 8 games, because if you see the pitches right now, they are like a dry bucket of ice. Not you so when the ground sweeps, it is like you can just bath in it. You don't need to go to shower. You can just
No.
slip and bath in it. So pitches being that pitches or grounds being like that, and we have no such fast bowlers, that is impacting our bowling a bit. I guess that is the main reason.
Okay. Right, we're going to break down the players in a little bit more detail in just a moment. A little reminder, we are brought to you by Rario. Rario are your chance to own NFTs. NFTs are digital moments in cricketing history. It stands for non-fungible token. It's the thing now. If you don't know what an NFT is, please go and have a little bit of homework yourself. Do a bit of research. It's a thing people are trading. It kind of works in a similar way to crypto with a digital kind of element to it, but that's about where the similarity ends, because this is about owning a slice of cricketing history through Rario.com. It is so easy to register. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But let's have a look, because we're all about history. We're all about these moments. Let's take a look at what's happened in the different head-to-heads between Punjab and CSK. You can see a serious kind of dominance there. But out of the last 5 meetings, they're only one up. So I don't know. What do you take from that, Yuvraj? Is that slightly disheartening, or is that okay?
No, it's all okay. I mean, for being in competition with a team that has won the title 4 times, and you are a supporter of a side that has barely qualified in all these years, so 16-10 does not look as bad. But yeah, I'm all set and excited for the game tonight. I really think that the setup has changed, the management has changed. Mayank gives me very good vibes as a captain now. So I don't know if many saw his speech in the dressing room after the loss against KKR. It's a beautiful piece of thing, but yeah, certainly very
What
very
was it?
very
What was
exciting
it about
for
his
Punjab.
speech? Yuvraj, what was it about his speech?
He backed everyone. Like I don't. For that reason, I really think that we might just go in with the same 11 again, only because he showed a lot of support for all of those who went hit for runs, especially Odin and Raj Baba, who could not express his potential with the bat yet again. So I think the kind of support he has shown, as well as our head coach, Mr. Anil Kumble, so everyone has been very happy in the dressing room. The atmosphere is positive, so I think that's what matters the most in sport. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the game.
Clinton, do you agree? Is that reassuring, or do you need a captain and a team of management that are going to not be like, oh, well done, koi na beta, koi na, we lost, doesn't matter. Hey, I'm still backing you. Do you need a bit more of a Punjabi chaper? What do you need?
I completely agree with Yuvraj only because Punjab has always been very harsh on its players. Okay, they would a few players would not perform. Next game they would make four changes, change the side completely, and that has hurt us all through these last 14 years. I mean, we've qualified only twice, and teams like Chennai, Mumbai, the more successful teams have made half of the changes that we've made in all the seasons of IPL. So you need to back your players. I mean, someone like a Raj Bawa, someone like an Odin Smith, who has gone for runs, yes, and you need to go up to them and tell them, yes, okay, it was an off day, and the sun will shine again, the sun will rise again the next day. So Mayank has done it even when he wasn't the captain. I remember another incident when we were playing SRH and Jason Holder was the one who was taking the game away from us, and it reached to a stage wherein we needed 7 runs from one ball and Mayank Agarwal was fielding at mid-off. He walked up to Nathan Ellis, who was bowling that over, and told him, "Hey, listen, you trust your skills. Don't worry. Even if you get hit, the sun will rise again tomorrow, and everything will be the same." And Ellis was able to double fox Jason Holder and bowled it right into the slot. It was a slower delivery, and Jason Holder and yeah, we won that game. So that's just an example of how dynamic Mayank is as a leader, and he's someone who will stick with the franchise going forward, according to me, because he loves the
Okay,
franchise.
sticking with them, showing them support. But Ankit, that's not what's going on in CSK. There's quite a bit of chopping and changing going around at the moment as we're trying to find the best 11.
Yeah, I mean, because couple of changes, maybe the last one of Mukesh Chowdhury, it was a bit surprising. I mean, even I think he was not ready for the opportunity, and maybe that was not the time we want to explore him because I think he's in a learning phase, and you don't want to explore someone who is at his learning phase because we saw what happened with him. He went for so many runs and all of that because, but this thing happens because he's in a learning phase. There's a lot to learn for him, and I think even maybe today there are gonna be chances where we can see a couple of changes because we are not in the ideal playing 11, or you can even say as a bowling unit. If you see Deepak Chahar is injured, is unavailable as of now. Even Adam Mill had an injury in the KKR game. Chris Jordan had an infection, so there are many couple of things which aren't going in our favor. So necessary changes at times, but that hopefully as the game goes, as a tournament progresses, we will hope that lot of changes I think can affect the game, but as of now necessary changes, so hopefully we can get the ideal 11 in the upcoming games.
And maybe this is the time. This is the time. It's like the Rubik's cube. You got to move it. You got to move the Rubik's going to go. What are the different kind of the colors that are going to work together? What's the different way they're going to work together? Are you happy with that team's approach? Your team's approach, Ronak?
To an extent, yes. As Ankit said, Mukesh Chaudhary looked a bit early, but I would back him for 1 or 2 games again because he's a left armer, and if he goes hitting and if he finds his length and right, then he can create chaos in the start. Because left-handers against any team is, as far as Indian team is concerned, we know the threat of left armer, so we never talk about that. But Mukesh Chaudhary is a good prospect, bright prospect. I feel he had good speed, 135 plus, so I believe he would be a good prospect. At least we can try him for 1 or 2 games. But in place of Tushar Deshpande, I believe that we can slot in someone else and try some combinations. But I don't believe that we should make too many changes. One or two here and there should be good enough, to go ahead, because we are a side that does not require or does not believe in making too many changes, and we would like to stick with that. And maybe we would groom some players to do wonders. Like in the earlier days, we had Mohit Sharma, we had players who went to play for India as in such when we backed them. So I believe that we can do the same for this side as well.
Okay. Who's your Rario player to watch for CSK, Ankit? Who would you say is the Rario standout guy?
Well, looking at the last match, maybe again I will say Robin Uthappa. He has been very impressive for me as an fan, because the last match, the way he batted, I mean, he recalled all the memories what he had done for KKR. So hopefully he can deliver it again for us in the opening department.
Okay, so Robin Uthappa is
Yeah.
the top performer, top player. We just saw some stats on Gaikwad there. Ronak, what do you think of Gaikwad at the moment? How's he looking for you?
Yeah, my Rario player for the day would be Ruturaj Gaikwad because of the strike rate that you saw on the screen. If you can display that again, 180.3, 36 is the strike rate that he has in this SLL in the league and without being dismissed. So his performance is there to watch out for, and especially in the last few seasons, we saw that he starts slowly. मतलब बोलते हैं ना, धीरे धीरे इंजन चालू होते हुए, इंजन चालू नहीं हो, पंजाबी वाली गाड़ी जो है ना, वो खुली वाली गाड़ी जो होती है, जिप्सी जिप्सी जिसको बोलते हैं, वो अभी चालू नहीं हुआ, इंजन गर्म हो रही है, चालू होगी थोड़ी थोड़ी. पहले 2-3 मैच में ही इज स्लो स्टार्टर, ही स्टार्ट्स विद 0-2 scores runs, and after that he goes on to win orange cap for us for fun. So we believe that he will fire back and he will win the orange cap again and make 600 plus runs for us. And today is the day maybe he will shine again, because last time around Punjab was the side, I guess, that he started his campaign. So I believe we can do it again.
Okay, like a juggernaut. Like it takes a while for the wheels to get going because there's all that weight behind it. Boom. They're
Just
kind of
one
starting like
crack
that.
is needed.
Once
Just
they
one
get
crack
going,
is needed.
then there's no stopping them as well. Yuvraj, does Gaikwad or even Robin, do they make you nervous? Any players in the CSK side that put a bit of fear into you?
Yeah, if I get scared, there's no point supporting Punjab. I mean, if you are a supporter of Punjab, you're not supposed to be scared. It's about confidence. It takes a lot of balls to in order to support a team like Punjab, which like gives you a lot of disappointments, but you again get up and go on to support them nevertheless. So yeah, I'm not really scared. But yeah, one player I'm looking forward to is certainly Ruturaj Gaikwad. I'll agree with that point, only because he has not started off his campaign yet. And Punjab are known for making players get their comebacks into the tournaments. So yeah.
Ronak, were you going to add to that? Oh, you're on mute, Ronak. You're on mute.
I was just crossing my fingers. Hopefully that will happen today.
Yeah, I hope
that will not happen today.
Okay. And Clinton, who's your Rario player to watch from Punjab?
For me, it would be Harpreet Brar because he's always, been always up there. And since his game against Bangalore, he hasn't really stood out, although he has really, really a lot of talent. And I would rate him someone as good as the future Ravindra Jadeja, maybe. So he has to step up and, up his game, and he would be my player to watch out for.
Okay, yeah, a phenomenal player. And who else across the Punjab squad? Actually, let's go back to you, Raj. Who else across the Punjab squad? When you look at those names, look, we got to talk about Besto. Besto is back, and actually, I saw a few comments earlier on saying that if he is back, who would he replace? Before we get into that, what does he bring as your wicketkeeper? What does he add to the overall team?
Being a senior batsman who has done a lot of progress for himself in the international circuit as well. So I think Bairstow is one very good addition to the side. But as of now, I don't think he makes it to the 11, only because he has only had one training session after his quarantine ended today morning. So I don't think they will make him play straight away into the game after just one training session. So one more day of rest for Bairstow, and then he probably replaces someone in the next game. I just hope it gets tougher for us to fit Bairstow in, only because I want Odin to bounce back tonight. So yeah, I'm Bairstow is a great addition, no doubt, but he does not have a place because Rajapaksa is doing exceptionally well. Unexpectedly, we bought him at his base price. The purchase was questionable. I was not sure whether he'll be able to make his mark in the IPL or not, but he has proved me wrong, proved a lot of people wrong, and he's bringing absolute carnage to the table. So yeah, Besto still does not make it to the 11.
That's interesting. In his short IPL career, Best has not been there long, but he smashed just over 1,000 runs, and he's notched up 750s and 1 century in the IPL. Clinton, do you agree? There's no place for Besto just yet? Yuvraj wants to rest him. He wants to kind of make sure he stays in his VIP suite for one more match.
Yeah, because he's just completed his quarantine yesterday, and I mean, Punjab have done really well against RCB, okay, and they just had one off game against CSK. So I would say give the same 11 a chance once
KKR.
again. And against KKR, yes,
Yeah.
and give this same 11 a chance again, and make changes thereafter.
Okay, that's interesting. Because I was quite looking forward to Besto
Tommy,
coming in and
don't persuade them. We are happy if Johnny is not playing.
okay, right. Yeah, I was going to say, because Besto is capable of doing your bestie. I'm saying it's quite easy for Besto to do the best. He's got the firepower. We've seen him for England doing some great damage and stuff. Okay, so we've got two solid squads here, both with something to prove at the moment. Just want to get on to, if I can, just want to look into the other players of CSK. Obviously, we're all very excited about Moeen Ali in the last game as well. How is Moeen doing, Ankit?
Well, really, his addition to the squad, and especially in Mumbai pitches, we expect a lot in both the departments. It can be batting, bowling. Maybe in the bowling, still he may not be explored because looking at the team, and if you are bowling in the innings, it's quite tough for a finger spinner to get in and bowl in the right areas. But as a batter, I think he's the impact he brings to the squad, and we are very lucky to have someone at number 3 who can play freely, because if you have that batting depth, you will want someone at 3 to get in and just play freely. And I think he has did it last season, and hopefully again this season. I think even in the last match he got to a good start. So hopefully the cameos in small innings and the 30s 40s can be really helpful. But I really want to see more of Moeen with the ball as well.
Okay. I want to say hello to Vanmata, who says they love to play against RCB. I guess you might CSK do, or Punjab do. I mean, both of them do. So Dhoni by Marigaj. Is that true? Is that what's going to go down? Are we expecting a big performance from your former captain, Ronak?
I hope that he doesn't comes to bat at all, because he comes down at number 6, 7, and if we go down that way, then hopefully we are not in a good state. But if he does come and hit a big score, then I would be the happiest person on the planet, because I am a big Thala fan, I am a big MSD fan. So Dhoni does anything. If it hits 1-6, one helicopter shot, I'll be the happiest person. But I hope that he doesn't requires to come to bat on the crease, and we do the job before that.
Okay, good. Don't worry, Ronak is going. Is Ronak sleeping? No, he's not sleeping. We're very much away. He's like a sleeping tiger. He's just there in the long leaves, kind of going, just waiting for the look at the yellow and the stripes on the shoulder. He's like a tiger. He's ready to go. Okay, I need you guys to get ready to go onto Rario.com. Guys, I'm giving away free NFTs to anybody watching this show. It's as simple as this. All you've got to do is go online and register your details. It takes 60 seconds. Watch this video. This is what you're going to do today, and you're going to get yourself a free NFT as a result of it. Watch this. It's this easy.
It's so easy. You type in your email address first of all. This is it. This is step 1. Email address. You can all do that. And then once you've filled that one in, you go down to the line below and you type in your username. I'm going with Big Tom. And then you put in your password. Make this unique to yourself, something that you're going to remember. And you have officially got yourself into the site. Then, of course, you've got to make sure you're not a robot by typing in the code. You hit submit. You wait for the email to come into your inbox and you confirm it. That's it.
The hardest part is that code. You know when you kind of go, is that an R? Is that an F? Is that a 2? Or is that a Z? I hate that. And I'm trying to prove myself to be human. And I'm like, I can't work out what one that is. But that's all it is.
The harder part is, Tommy, when you have to fill all the details again if you get it wrong.
Yeah, you're like, oh man, you gotta go and go. I thought it was a Z. I thought it was no. You're right. That is honestly, it takes 60 seconds. Please go to Rario.com. Just put in your details. Join the Rario family, and that's it. You get yourself a free NFT. Bonatha says Rario gives free Virat's autograph. If no, can Tommy give it? Listen, I've got one Virat Kohli autograph, Vernatha. I've promised you, it's got your name on it. No, it's not. Well, it's actually got Virat Kohli's name on it. But if I ever meet you, you can have it. All right. But let's just can we make sure I never meet Vernatha, please? Great, thank you. All right, sorry, just making sure with my management that mulakat doesn't happen. Okay, it's that time of the show, people. We're ramping up to game time. Ding, 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 ding. It's fighting talk. Okay, here we go. Who's going to do the fighting talk on behalf of Punjab? First of all, will it be Freddie Clintoff or will it be giving it the large Yuvraj?
I'll
Which
do
one
it.
will it be? Oh, large and in charge, Yuvraj. You are stepping up right now, Yuvraj. Is he handy with the hander microphone? I don't know where I'm going with it. I'm trying to find more puns. I'm going to stop. Punjabi. That's what you are. Okay, no more puns. Over to you, Yuvraj. Your 30 seconds to do the fighting talk starts now.
Well, the best part about time is that it changes, and it has surely changed for us and for Chennai as well. You are not the same Chennai. We are not the same Punjab. This is a new Punjab. ये घर में घुसेगा भी और मारेगा भी. And we are all set to defeat Chennai. And they must be ready for their third loss on the trot for the first time in history. And yeah, I'm gonna order some South Indian food for dinner tonight. Exactly how Punjab will eat Chennai for dinner tonight.
He's gonna eat you up. He'll be like, oh, Chennai was good. Oh, hold on, Chennai there. There you go. That's what he's planning on doing with Chennai. Hey, listen, he made something just go into my head there, which probably isn't healthy for you guys to be thinking about. Is 3 defeats in a row. Even I was like, ooh, I kind of hope not. I hope not, just for Chennai's sake. So, Ankit and Ronak, which one of you two is stepping up to the mic?
I'll do it if it is okay.
Let's have some Ronak, Shonak. Okay, Ronak, your 30 seconds to give it all you got. You heard what he said. We don't want this to be a 3-0 now. Your 30 seconds starts now.
Definitely. I think you don't remember why we have a super before our kings. You just have a king. We have the super, and we always will have. So that is already the go ahead with us in that department. And when we talk about having South Indian food for brunch or for dinner, whatever it is, we already had our curd rice in the morning where we used our lassi to fill it up our stomach, and we are very cool with it and composed with it. And today again, the start will be Ruturaj Gaikwad with his back 180 strike rate. So he is the radio player of the day. So he will always be that.
Done! Look at that. They put the super into the Kings. I felt like your S should appear in your chest.
The super is a symbol of insecurity. Super is a symbol of insecurity. When you're a king, you're a king. You need not prove you're super or not.
Oh,
well, it was given us to by the fans itself, so we don't mind that.
Okay, it's true. Like we call ourselves over here.
And moreover, we have the 4 starts to show that. I don't know how many you have.
We'll get there soon. We'll get there soon.
They have played just one final.
Yeah. It's begun. The games have begun. This is what it's all about. Hey, listen,
it's a new era, sir. It's a new era, Mr. Ronak. We'll see how many stars these two teams have in the next 10 years.
Obviously, okay. Look at that. See. It's changing. Look at that. We got the young Yuvraj he's only 18 years old. By the time he's 28, he's telling you he's going to be covered in stars. He'll be like, I can't see through all the stars that I've got from Punjab. He's sticking with it.
Well, there will be a jingle called Twinkle Twinkle. That's all he can remember till 22.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. That's all it will be. Okay.
Well, we missed you in those 2 years, by the way.
Yeah, I knew that was coming back. That is the only comeback every fan of every franchisee have because they don't have the stars to show.
Yeah, all the seasons of IPL.
Yeah, and
but the question is what did you guys do in that 2 years? Did you make an impact in the IPL? Did you play at any final?
I just want to say that we missed you those 2 years. That's all I wanted to say.
I know Varnatha on the messages is already pointing out. She goes, "Are they fighting talk ended?" I know. I did the bell.
It's never over when Punjabis are in the house.
Exactly. It's never over. And also, I've got to say, I'm going to balance out here. We've got a CSK team, which we know is capable of winning. They don't give up. This league is not about how you start. It's about how you finish. We've seen that time and time again. And actually, sometimes a wobbly start is what kicks everybody into gear to really get it right as well. So I listen, as always, as a member of the Bharat Army and loving Team India, I'm just about a great game today. So we want to see a great game of cricket with great players. I mean, listen to the superstars that we get to watch in this great league of ours. We're going to see Moeen Ali. We're going to see Gaikwad. We're going to see Robin. We're going to see Raidu. We're going to see Jadeja. We might see Besto. We don't know. Yuvraj says no. Leave him where he is. But we'll see. Dhawan, Agarwal, Odean Smith, Chahar. I mean, this is going to be a superb day of cricket. So enjoy it wherever you are, up north or down south. The love is coming from the middle right here, okay? So big love to you, boys. Thank you so much, Ankit. Thank you, Clinton. Thank you, Ronak. Thank you, Yuvraj. Thank you, Bharat Army members all over the world. And thanks for taking part in the show. We'll see you all very, very soon. Let's enjoy the game. It's Punjab versus Chennai, and it's in the IPL today. Have a good one, boys. See you later.